1, diner, 4, 3, dead.
Get in position and wait for my go.
Hello, I'm Jackie West. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of the PE Crime Blotter. 3 terrorist suspects, all who live here in the Inland Empire, appeared in a Riverside courtroom this morning. All 3 men have been indicted on a charge of conspiring to support terrorists. Joining me is reporter John Asbury. John, you were in court this morning. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Right, and this was a regular routine hearing where these 3 men, they were indicted by a grand jury last week, and this was for them to enter a plea on the formal charges. They all pleaded not guilty to the charges, and their charges of providing material support to terrorists, mainly in this case, planning to join al-qaida in Afghanistan.
Now, I do know there was a 4th man that was involved in this. What do we know about him?
Right. Omar Kabir, he was arrested in Afghanistan. He's an Afghan native, but he was returned to the United States and made a court appearance yesterday. He hasn't been charged in the same indictment, but he is being held in federal custody in Riverside, and he will face additional charges once the case progresses.
Now, he also lived in Pomona before he fled to Afghanistan. Is that correct?
That's right. Authorities said that he lived in Pomona, and the 3 co-defendants, they actually told a confidential informant and investigators that he essentially came to the United States to recruit terrorists to return to Afghanistan. And so I believe it was last July that he returned to Afghanistan, and he was communicating with these 3 suspects from Skype and over the internet in making plans and preparations for them to arrive.
Okay, so what's next in this process?
They've set a tentative January 22nd court date, but that's a ways off. Nobody expects that January 22nd date to actually occur because the defense hasn't actually received any of the evidence yet, and we should see the case progressing over the next year.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. That does it for Wednesday's edition of the PE Crime Blotter. Don't forget, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm Jackie West. We'll see you tomorrow.